Hey everybody, it's the Lex Man here, and today I'm going to be doing something different I've wanted to do for such a long goddamn time. I just never actually got around to doing it, and I figured, why the hell not? Because the points I'm going to cover in this video, I've said to a lot of people in discussions and just talking to people and stuff. And I figured, why not put out a video on it? And this topic is horror games, and I love horror games, especially growing up in the 90s. My parents were very strict on what games I was allowed. 18 plus, not allowed, 15. They were super serious with the age ratings, whereas it made me kind of envious, because my friends were like, oh, my mom got me this game, bro, and the latest Resident Evil, and I couldn't get that, because my parents just would not allow it, and they also, They would, the guy in the store would be like, oh, this happens and that happens. My mum would be sitting there all shocked. Oh, we're not buying that game. So I always had this sort of fascination with horror games. I remember one of my first experiences with horror was I was at my uncle's house. And he basically said, hey, go upstairs, help yourself to the games. Make sure to put them back in their cases, don't scratch them. So I'm looking through the games and I see one called Dino Crisis. And I think, oh, dinosaurs, this looks great. I put it in. And immediately, within just hitting the start button, I immediately knew that this was going to be a scary game. With the music, the camera, the dark lighting, I was like, oh, and the music's all and it's, oh. So my uncle comes upstairs to check on me and immediately, oh, no, you're not playing that. Oh, no. And puts on, I think it was Jumping Flash or something. And again, it got me thinking, why didn't he want me to play this game? So I always had this fascination, these taboo creations that I'm not allowed to go near. So, I've played a lot of really good games, and one thing I've noticed recently is I just can't find a damn good horror game that scares me like it used to. And maybe it's because I'm desensitized, but I think I am just not happy with the way the industry is going regarding horror. Because the one thing I want to mention is run and hide. That is the current formula of run and hide and jump scares and helplessness. I get it, it's supposed to be scary, but it actually doesn't scare me at all. One example of this is Outlast. I remember when that game came out, all the big YouTubers were always recording themselves on it. Oh my god, what's that, and doing the overreacting, and the kiddies loved it, and it sold so many copies, and it was just, when you think horror, you think Outlast. And I tried it, I bought it on Steam, installed it, I was not impressed. I thought it was very cliche. You're an investigator going into a spooky insane asylum. Oh look, there's a guy who's all mutated, rocking back and forth. Saw that coming a mile away. And it's all weird and everything. See, I was just like, oh, this is cliche. And I could literally predict the game. This is the part where the lights go out. Boom, the lights go out. This is where I get chased down the corridor. Oh, there's a wheelchair. I bet it's going to move on its own. It moves on its own. And it was just so cliche that I actually felt old. I see all these kids like, oh my god, this game's terrifying, and I'm just sitting here like, what? In contrast, a game that I was terrified of when I was a kid was Project Zero 2, or Fatal Frame 2 in the USA, because it had a very unique concept. You had a magical camera that could kill spirits, so the only way to defeat your enemies was to literally get up close with the camera and face them head on. And it was genius. It was terrifying. You want to kill the ghost? Well, screw you, son. Get in there and do it, And it was a really good game. It was very subtle. The music was great. The lighting and everything was just handled very well. And it had the grainy filter on the screen, so it looked like an old camera footage and stuff. Fantastic game. Excellent example, and one of the best examples of how to make a horror game. And the problem I want to say with run and hide games is the helplessness also removes a lot of stress. I know for a fact I can't fight back. I know that my only options are to run or hide. Those are my only options. Shit, I'm fucked, right? That doesn't scare me because I know that that's all I can do. I know I can't fight back. Anytime I encounter an enemy, I know I have to run and hide. And that removes a lot of the stress. Resident Evil 7, for example, people will say that's a run and hide game. It's not. You have ammo, ammunition, health, weapons, and you have to carefully balance and ration out all this stuff. Do I kill this enemy with my precious bullets that I may need for a boss? Do I waste precious bullets on killing an enemy, or do I run past them, risk taking a hit, and then I need to? What if I take a few hits? Do I use the med pack? Do I save it for later? What if there's a boss battle? What if there's a group of enemies? All that added anxiety and stress and worry. Oh, what do I do? And in that game, some enemies you could waste. You could literally, like the main character Jack, when he's chasing you, you can't kill him. You can waste about 6 or 7 pistol rounds, and he'll fall down for about 2-3 minutes, then get back up again. That's you wasted some bullets. And again, the game doesn't tell you what enemies you can and can't kill, so you can literally waste your shotgun and pistol ammo and be fucked. And you're like, oh shit, that is fucking scary to me. But the whole jump scare, run and hide thing. Remember that a lot of these companies, they're making games because they need the money. They're there to make money, you know. And if the run and hide formula works, they're going to do it. Think about it. All it takes, you make a game, some big YouTuber starts going, oh my god, what the hell is that? Oh my god, oh my god. Clickbait thumbnail, fucking scariest modern game of 2020, and that shit is going to sell like fucking hotcakes. It could be a pile of garbage that you shat out in the Unity engine over a weekend, it's still going to sell. You know. But one of the things that's given me hope that I've been enjoying is indie games. Because again, they don't have that problem of, you know, having to meet like a quota, you know, and also not being part of a large gaming corporation or company. They have a lot more freedom and control over their ideas. They've not got a big boss saying you're going to do this way and this way only, or you don't get paid. They have a lot more freedom. And one thing that I'm loving, there is a trend that's going around of deliberately making games look old. And I love that, making the resolution all pixelated and the game look like it was running on a PlayStation 1. I absolutely love this because it's scary and it's nostalgic. It's like you remember Resident Evil and Dino Crisis and all these older games. And that's one of the things I want to mention about modern graphics. I don't find modern graphics that scary because I think the more realistic a zombie looks, you know, my brain knows what it is. I know that's a zombie. It's a guy with half his face missing. Whereas you play like an older game, it doesn't look like a zombie. It's a pixelated, blocky mess that's moving towards you, and the part of you is like, "What the fuck is that?" You know, it's the unknown. What the hell is that? It's ugly. It's mess. Your brain's trying to work out what the fuck are we dealing with here, and it sends you into this panic. This, oh god, what the hell is that thing? And it's great. And a lot of these games are fantastic. For example, Darkwood, one of the absolute best horror experiences I have ever played in my life. It literally tells you nothing. It's just you wake up here, you gotta survive, there's weird shit going on, oh, and you have fucking no supplies. You can fight enemies, good luck with that, they'll probably injure you more than you'll hurt them, you know. And at night, creepy shit happens, you have to block the doors, enemies come out at night, they'll bang, you'll hear them, grunting, outside, and you can't see anything. So what would you do? You would turn on your flashlight, right? Well, they're going to see the flashlight, so turn on the flashlight, risk being seen. Just to see if there's something out there. You know, all that added stress and panic of, oh, what am I going to do? And it's fantastic, and it's perfectly executed. And it really impressed me, and I was like, why the fuck? And it's nowhere near as popular as Outlast and all these other games. And it has jump scares at times, but it doesn't rely on them. Another one, I want to talk about was called The Wind. It was actually a promotional game for a movie of the same title. And it's styled like a DOS horror game, like on MS-DOS, you know, beep, 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 Commodore 64, stuff like that. And it was terrifying. It really was. You'd think, how the hell is an 8-bit game with bleeps and bloops terrifying? But it's those exact bleeps and bloops that make it scary. So it's called The Wind, and, you know, like, for example, you hear the wind in the game. But remember, this is an old machine, so the wind is like this pixelated... And it fucking... chills you to your core hearing it. It's like listening to a PC having a seizure. You know, it's like listening like to your PC like have a bad cough or something. It's the weirdest thing ever to hear these horrific, crackly electronic sounds. There's just something about them that just chills me to my core hearing it, and you know, chilly and creepy, and I thought it was a great game. I loved it. There's also another game by the same author. He does a lot of these DOS games, and I really love them, and I'm actually going to buy the full pack soon. as well. So that'll be good. But the indie games, I think, are definitely the way forward for horror. I've kind of lost hope on the AAA titles, because again, they have to make money. And if the run and hide and react, hey, my favourite YouTuber liked this game, Mom, can I go buy it? If that bullshit is the way the industry is, then that's just how it is. You know? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback on this. Again, this is just my opinion. So, you know, don't come in the comments, oh, fuck you, Outlast was the most terrifying game of 2012 and blah, 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 you can't appreciate. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you pissed your pants. I don't give a fuck if you didn't find it scary at all. It's just my opinion. And I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while, but I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on this matter in the comments below. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all that other bullshit. Hashtag fucking I'm an idiot who lives in mum's basement. But yeah, anyhow guys, have a good one. Lex out.